What's up everyone? Welcome back here for another recap video. I wasn't going to do a recap today, but we're feeling a recap. We're finishing up green today, in the green, $286. Off the high of about, actually, let's take a look at the high. I know it was up 300 something. I was going to walk away at 300, but of course, you always got to take that one more trade and start getting back profit before you're like, okay, maybe it's time for me to actually walk away. There wasn't really much today, but we can take a look at that. Here's the intraday P&L. So at the high, 310. Yeah, I was only at 310, 314 at the high, and then I took that first trade here, maybe see something going on TWG midday, and I'm like, all right, I got caught in like a flash flush, and I was like, all right, that's it, I'm done. It's just the market today has just been a little slow, and I kind of saw this coming though. Pre-market, for those of you who tune in for the pre-market pump, which I do a live stream every morning from 9 to 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. For those of you that tune in for the pre-market pump, I was saying like be careful today, since it does seem pretty slow. The only gappers we had pre-market were ZCMD and AGBA. AGBA was the one I was focusing on, but it wasn't that good. It wasn't that good, and I can tell you why. So AGBA, yeah, we were curling back up to the previous high. However, the news was recycled news from yesterday. So that's something you definitely needed to be aware of and notice. You know, even though it has news, oh my God, there's news, published news, fresh at 8 a.m., you got to look at the catalyst. You have to read it. And you can take a look at this, and it says, okay, same thing as we saw the previous day. So yesterday we had news. It was 418. So AGBA and Triller merged to create a $4 billion powerhouse. And this PR team is pumping this news. Like, just look at the words that they're using. Powerhouse, unleashing a game-changing powerhouse. These are tryhards. This is tryhard. This media team they don't know what they're doing. They're trying so hard to pump the stock using these keywords of powerhouse, unleashing a game-changing digital content financial service, $4 billion. Meanwhile, what the heck is Triller? No one knows what Triller is. I'm sorry. So, you know, this stock's only going to go up from, I mean, it did pretty well actually yesterday. I mean, 250% is 250%, even though it's only from 40 cents to $1.60. And percentage-wise, it's a pretty decent move, but they weren't happy. They weren't happy with the 250% move. They wanted a bigger move, so they start pumping this news again. But this time, in all caps. $4 billion merger, AGBA, Triller, elevating shareholder value to new heights immediately, and for the long term, immediately elevating our shareholders, meaning pump our damn stock. And this thing isn't going anywhere. This stock, you know, this PR team honestly is pathetic. Like, it's actually quite embarrassing now that I'm looking at it. But yeah, recycle news from yesterday in all caps to try to pump your own stock. No crap. Like, this is not going to go anywhere. I think most traders can recognize that. And, I mean, I certainly did pre-market, which is why I said, you know, AGBA, even though the technicals look decent, you know, we're curling back up. It doesn't look great because of the catalyst, since it's recycled news. If it was going to go, if it was going to rip to $2, to $3, to $4 or $5, it would have done it yesterday. But instead, we rejected hard, and you know, same thing today. We're kind of holding a range, so technicals still don't look terrible since we're still near high, but they're going to need fresh news for this thing to move. You know, either another catalyst, a separate news article, another catalyst, or an earnings report that's going to have to move this. But with the current catalyst, you know, if they just recycle this again, it's not going anywhere. In fact, the shorts are probably even just going to go even heavier since they have nothing else happening. So AGBA, I was able to focus on this one at the open since it did look the best at the open. We were curling up over VWAP already, like into the open near a previous pre-market high, which is things that I look for the opening range trades. The opening range trades, I like over VWAP, front side near highs with decent volume. Pre-market had okay volume, 400,000 to 600,000. And this candle is almost 1 million shares. So I would say the highest volume leader in the market for volume. So that's the one I was focusing on, even though, I knew that this wasn't going to really move that much, or I was very, very skeptical. I was able to kind of trade the range and get some solid green for the opening range push, or the opening surge, we call it, and then the panic dip buy. And then for the curl, for the attempt to red to green, I was really looking for this next candle to open up and rip past 165 to see if we would see that opening or that previous day high get taken out and at least clear out those highs, maybe clearing out some shorts. But we never even broke 166, even at the open. So the previous day is 166. Even at the open, we failed the high day. We double topped, pulled back, tried to go again, and man, the bulls just had no confidence, likely because the catalyst was weak. And this thing pretty much sold off into a no trade zone. Such a tight range in this area, and this is impossible to range trade. I would never be range trading something like this. This is a ping pong ball, just ping ponging back and forth. So nothing that I would trade. ZCMD, let's see. No, so I didn't trade this one at the open. I did take some few trades pre-market, small green in this area off these bull flags. So we had, here was break over VWAP. I did try to buy here for the continuation, but looks like I was too soon. Cut the loss, curled back up. Now once we break back over VWAP and increasing volume, I'm like, okay, so if anyone's short in this area, they're sweating, and they're trapped. And we start breaking 274, 275, and we do test 274. I'm getting long here, and I get this nice candle here, very decent, 15-cent candle, or about 10-cent candle there. So pretty decent there. And then we had our bull flag here. I don't know why sometimes it doesn't click. Okay, there's one bull flag and then another. I don't know why this thing doesn't like to click. Come on, there we go. I gotta click it like 3 times. Maybe I'm running out of battery or something. Maybe I'll have to charge this up. So bull flag. Very tough to time though, a lot of topping wicks, so not easy. But I did give some opportunity there. For those pre-market traders, definitely could have gotten some green on it. NVFY, I gave this a shot. NVFY, but just, man, so choppy. Level 2, not very convincing. Bids dropping real quick. And this is where we started getting into spoofing. There were some spoof orders on NVFY. There were spoof orders on WISA. And we can take a look at what spoofing is. For those of you who don't know what spoofing, we can take a look at an example. Spoofing is pretty much just faking an order, putting an order on the market without the intention of getting filled, to spoof the market, to either scare traders into jumping in or selling their position. So let's say you put in a 500,000 share order on the bid, let's say below the bid, maybe about 3 or 4 cents, so it shows up on the level 2, but you have no intention of that order getting filled. But it shows the market that, oh wow, there's a huge bid here. There's a huge bid. Let me jump in. This thing is gonna rip. And the first time it happened, I jumped in thinking it was gonna rip. And then they pulled the order. And the price came way back down. And spoof the market. That's what we call spoofing the market. Trying to entice other traders to jump in. Maybe they're using that as liquidity as well to go short. You never know. And you could also do it the other way, where you're putting a sell order, let's say a $500,000 sell order, and you're going to think that's okay, maybe long. If you're long, maybe okay, I just saw a $500,000 500,000 share sell order. I need to get out immediately right now. This thing is going to flush. As soon as I see that order, I need to hit sell market. I don't care where I'm getting filled. I just need to get out. So they can use that to manipulate the price. They can manipulate people's psychology, people's emotions, and unfortunately, that's a thing. Spoofing. It's a thing. You wouldn't think that people would do that, but it's definitely in the repertoire of strategies out there that people use. I think it is illegal though. Let's take a look here. I think it is illegal if you do get caught by the SEC, or I think it's FINRA, and maybe FINRA is the one that regulates this. FINRA, yeah, I think FINRA regulatory. Spoofing illegal. Let's see here. Spoofing is not always legal, but under the truth in caller. Okay, no, that's for the caller ID. Whoops. Not taking a look here at caller ID. We're looking at the stock market. Let's take a look. Since spoofing is considered a form of market manipulation, the practice is considered illegal. In the United States, it is considered an illegal activity and a criminal offense under the 2010 Dodd-Frank Act. So, illegal form of stock market and exchange trickery. There's a lot of tricks out there, spoofing, man. SEC charges firm and owner of manipulated trading. So maybe SEC that. It's been so long. I did take the FINRA exam, the first exam, and I forget which institution regulates the laws. I guess it is the SEC. Crazy. Agreed to pay more than $1 million to settle the SEC charges. Spoofing is an illegal tactic where traders place fake orders to trick others into trading at inflated or depressed prices. Today's action shows more ongoing resolve to prevent all forms of market manipulation. Crazy. Yeah, so let's take a look at the spoofing happening here on WISA. The good thing is today, since it was so slow, today's recording, live archive, is only 43 minutes long. So let's jump in here. I know it was on WISA. I think that's it. I think I found it. Okay, take a look at WISA here. Just pardon me, I'm just gonna take a sip of my apple juice. Yeah, so WISA. Let's see here. Just take a look at the level 2. Keep your eyes here on the level 2 and just look for a big order. We're talking maybe 300,000 shares. Or no, 30,000. I think it's 30,000 shares maybe, or 40,000. Which is like $250,000. Definitely enough to move a stock or panic a stock. There he is. There we got. So, in normal circumstances, I would be getting long. I see an order there. If I see a fat order at 707, I want to be filled as close to 707 as possible if I can help it. I want to get in at 708, 709, maybe 710. Some cases I just hit buy market, but because the spread is so big, I could get filled at 719, and then, you know, virtually my risk is 12 cents. So my backstop, you know, if this is not a spoof order, my backstop is 707 in my mind. So I want to take a trade here. I want to enter in here maybe as close as I can to 707 because that is my risk. That's my risk level. I'm going to use that as my selling liquidity if it does come down. But a lot of the times you see that spoof, or you just see that order. Let's say it's not a spoof. You see that order. You want to get long as close as possible to that order. You may only have a couple seconds to act. Sometimes it'll jump, come back and test that level again. Then maybe you can get in and then go. If it does hold, and if it starts getting chipped away into level 2 on the bid, onto that order, then you can sell into that and use that as liquidity. But you want to get as close as to that, to 707 in this case, as possible to minimize your risk. And then hopefully everyone's jumping in, seeing this order, and it pushes the price, you know, 20, 30 cents. And a lot of times you do see that. But in this case, now it's gone. The order disappeared. Oh, wait, now it's back. Now it's at 703, and there's another one at 701. So it looks like they changed their price. Now it's coming back down. All right, and now it's disappeared again. Look, it's gone. It's gone. The next order now is 7. So they're bringing their order down. So this is definitely market manipulation. Maybe we should show this video to the SEC. I don't know. But anyways, there it goes. It was up there again, and then it disappeared. It's gone. And there it is again. Now it's at, what, 703, and then it was gone. They're just sending the order out of the limit order at 703 and then canceling it immediately, just so it shows up on the level 2, but doesn't get filled. And this is like, this is $250,000. You know, 30,000 shares, that's $250,000 at this price. Like, that's not a baby size. Anyways, let's see what happens here. I think they did do this. They did do this on the other stock too. I think they did this on was it NVFY? So it was the same trader, or it could be institution. The same institution likely was doing this on multiple stocks today. So this was a great entry, by the way. This is probably one of the best entries of the day, and I just didn't hold long enough. So usually I'm looking for, okay, we're testing $7, whole dollar. All right, if we break 7, I want to see a flash down to 680, and maybe the next entry is 680. That's what I'm thinking, because it would be the 9 EMA and previous high. But we break 7, and boom, that's it. 699. 699 is the lowest we're going to go. There's a hidden buyer, probably. We're soaking there. Someone's soaking there. You know, with all these orders going through, and there's only, what, 300 shares? There's more than 300 shares selling here at 699 on the tape than there are that show. So this is why we call a hidden buyer. And looks like we hold 699. I need to be long. I was long. Look, if you take a look, well, we can watch it again. I was long as I saw 699 holding, but it didn't go immediately. There we go. All right, I saw 699. All right, I'm long. Someone soaking, hidden buyer. I should have been still holding. I was selling, and now I'm, of course, getting back in. And then look who shows up again. This guy here with some more shares. 600. What is that? 60,000? No, 6,000. No, I forget. What am I like on something right now? So this is 15, not 15,000. This is 1,500. Is it 15,000? I feel like I'm losing my mind now. I forget now. So yeah, this would be 200 shares. So it'd be 2,000. So there's a 0. So yeah, 15,000, 30,000, 45, 60,000. So let's do the price. let's see how much money is on this. 707. 7.07 times 60,000. $424,000 just show up there at 707. This should push the price up, right? Anyways, you know, that if I was still holding $6.99, that would have been a potential 15 cents a share, which is why I said that was a good trade, or maybe 20 cents if you're still holding. But yeah, you see that order there, and then look, it's coming back down. Where is it? Where is that order? Let's see. Let's see if it's still there. There, okay, there is 712 now. They're trying to push this stock up, maybe, without getting in. I'm not sure the intent behind this guy. 717, okay. Now it's gone. Now there's only 100 shares at 717. Now it's at 713. And now it's canceled. Now it's at 711. But these shares are not getting filled. He's just canceling. Now it's at 792. 703. Do you like? Okay, I think that's enough. But what's the point, you know, of this guy? I'm just trying to figure out what's the point of this guy, you know, putting that order out. Is he trying to pump the stock? Because if he's trying to pump the stock, he's doing a terrible job. This thing literally chopped around for like 20 minutes and maybe barely went up another $1 a share from when he started spoofing. So, you know, what's the intent of this guy? Maybe, you know, he's spoofing the market to go up so he can go short. And what I was seeing here on the higher time frame, which I was calling out, or I noticed earlier and on the day, was this is the head and shoulders here. So here's the left shoulder, here's the head, here's the right shoulder. I was anticipating, yeah, a test of 8 or 8. Did it really go up to 869? I guess it did. Oh yeah, it did break. I wasn't here though when this happened. I wasn't watching. But yeah, I was looking for a break of this level or test of this level, and then a rejection for the finish of the shoulder. We'll see if it does come all the way back down, or if it decides to hold. Maybe in another day we'll be curling up, but who knows. That's it for WISA. Again, WISA didn't have fresh news. Yeah, WISA didn't have fresh news, so it was just kind of moving on technicals, which would be this support bounce. So just moving on the technicals. And there was another stock, TWG, and this is the one that I was like, you know what? I am done. I'm done. TWG. Watching it. Okay, breaking out. I'm like, all right, break a 3. All right, loading up at 287. Flashes down 275. I sell market at 275. It's back up, and then it goes without me. I'm like, you know what? I need to get out of here. This is just getting out of control. This is just, you know what? I'm trading here at 12:30, trying to add some more profits, and it's not working out. Well, it did end up going without me a little bit, but maybe, you know, I could have just gotten even deeper in the red and more frustrated. So probably good that I walked away. The market today didn't give me the best opportunity for my strategy and the setups and price action that I like to trade. But maybe for you guys did better. Maybe you guys got some solid green today. If you did, congratulations, finishing up the week on a solid note. For those of you guys who had subpar results like me, or slightly red or big red, there's always another day. The market will always be here for us. The market will be here on Monday, and likely we'll have better opportunity on Monday than we saw today, which is great news. You know, today we can chalk it up to a learning lesson if you're red, or if you're small green. You know, maybe you got some drinking money, or, you know, money to go out to eat and enjoy your weekend. But we gotta stay positive. Because the market is going to turn around and give us some better opportunity like we have been seeing in the recent months. Hopefully it heats up even more. And today was just kind of an off day. So that's it. That's all I wanted to share today. We can take a look at the statistics real quick. Didn't really, I only made $500 and gave back 224. Profit margin 55%, 47% accuracy. Okay, accuracy is down. Risk reward 1 to 2 risk reward. So risk reward is tight. The trades I'm taking today were A+. I was taking the right entry. I can't complain about taking the right entry. I was taking the right entry. Can't complain about that. The problem was it just wasn't resolving like it usually does. And sometimes the market does that. The market goes through phases. The market's different every single day. Not every time. You may even take the right entry. You may take the right trade. In one market, it's a winner. In one market, it's a loser. And that's just how it goes. But over the long term, taking that entry is going to yield profit. So can't get upset in the markets that I feel like is not working in my favor. It's best to manage your risk even more, maybe size down, and then when it's performing even better, your entries are resolving much better, then increasing the share size as the reward and the risk to reward is more in your favor and accuracy is in your favor. But looking good today, small size today, and not going to complain too much. Up about 2.2K on the week, and pretty decent. 2.2K is pretty decent, right? Let's see here. Nope, this is the Discord. This is what we need. So 230, so that's 50 to 2100, right? 2100. Oh no, it says 40 plus 270, so 2300 or so on the week, which is pretty decent. That's more money than I've ever made in my life. More than any other job I've ever had. There's no other job that I made 2K in a week and feeling like it wasn't even that good of a week. It doesn't even feel like it was a hot week. I can still pull out 2K. I can't complain. So I'm gonna study up. Still got to study up. Still got to review my film for the week. Hopefully you guys study up. Can't forget. It's too important. So enjoy your weekend, guys, and I'll catch you guys on Monday. Hit a thumbs up here on the way out, and if you're new, consider subscribing. I'd love to have you part of the community. I'll catch you guys on Monday. Peace.